Greetings, this is Ras I-Roy. The time has come for the lions to tell their own story. See? This is the lion's voice. Keep it locked, right here, sir. Ras I-Roy said that. Are you satisfied? Wipe those tears from your eyes. I'm all alone, still you thought I was telling a lie. This is the lion's voice. Keep it locked, right here, sir.
I will never stop, hail the Most High, and I will never stop, call Ras Tafari. Blessed love, this is Kushite representing for the Lion's Voice. We are here to tell our own story, Rastafari.
Our monkey population, I think, is far more than the people.
Wow.
It is very, very serious. It's no joke. As a farmer, today I was on my farm, and sometimes I have to lift myself up from the level of disappointment, when you watch a crop be destroyed. We have tried, and we have have in place different techniques. It's still not effective enough for the numbers we have.
For the numbers. You try spraying the crops with like cayenne pepper and different things, and
we've done some of that. Monkeys eat blossom, brethren. They don't wait for the food, they eat the blossom. So when the blossom is gone, there's no hope for anything else. They eat the green shoot of the plant, that growing portion of the plant. They pick it out and they eat it. Monkeys would play in your trees and crush them to the ground. So it is a serious problem.
Wow.
Well, front to us, a son was born and a child was given.
I want to ask you a question. Have you got your book? Haile Selassie's Ethiopia Volume 1, The Rise of the Priest Warrior King. I've read the book in its entirety, and I must say it's very inspirational, very informative, and very historical, right?
Them call him Ras Tafari. When he was born, rain fall from sky. Them call him Ras Tafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Ras Tafari. Lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Ras Tafari. Read your Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then born near the city of Harar, the inspiration for Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England.
What is the wildlife like in St. Kitts and Nevis? They have any wildlife there? Or what go on with the...
I don't want to know, Bridgie. You don't want to know, because our wildlife, similar to some of the islands, I've seen similar birds and animals.
Okay.
But I can tell you, Nevis has an overpopulation of monkeys.
Okay.
In Vervet monkeys.
Okay.
Now, I am going to send out a warning to any island. If you do not have a monkey in your island, put a ban on it. Do not allow them to come.
Don't allow them to come. Serious.
Because, listen, man, it's the greatest threat to our food security.
Really?
I think it's Nevis.
Okay.
Because in years, some farmers cannot harvest. Our monkey population, I think, is far more than the people.
Wow.
It is very, very serious. It's no joke. As a farmer, today I was on my farm, and sometimes I have to lift myself up from the level of disappointment, when you watch a crop be destroyed. We have tried, and we have have in place different techniques. It's still not effective enough for the numbers we have.
For the numbers. You try spraying the crops with like cayenne pepper and different things, and
we've done some of that. Monkeys eat blossom, brethren. They don't wait for the food, they eat the blossom. So when the blossom is gone, there's no hope for anything else. They eat the green shoot of the plant, that growing portion of the plant. They pick it out and they eat it. monkeys would play in your fruit, in your trees, and crush them to the ground. So it is a serious problem.
Wow.
We have tried many things. We have tried an electric shock wire, which may take care of your plot, but then you send them over to your neighbor's plot who can't afford the system.
Okay.
We try traps. People eat them. Um, a few people have them as pets, but there is a fight with animal rights when the government try to, they use that fancy term to cull them.
Yes,
But we
yes.
need to cull at least 95% of the population.
Wow.
And then we might need to create some areas, some zoo areas, plant up some fruit trees and sort of keep them contained in an area. But that population has to significantly decrease, or
Wow.
else we won't be getting any food in neighbors. And I'm talking about fruits above the ground, and they
Yes.
go underground for the sweet potato and the yams and the cassava, and they're very destructive.
This is why the Lion Voice Network is so important, family. Did you know that monkeys in Nevis are threatening the crops? I didn't know that. I learned that today. Reasoning with Ras I-Roy. If you're just joining us, we have Ras I-Roy from the Caribbean Rastafari Organization of St. Kitts and Nevis, the new chair. Big up all of the ones them watching live. Let me see who's in the comments. Barrington Edwards, big up yourself. Johnny Johnson says, yes, Caracom blessed with 3 natural growing seasons plus extra indoor hyponics, making it 4 growing seasons. Ganja industrial complex worth billions. Hemp, yes, 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 for sure. Lioness Love Child said, greetings, all ones and ones. Haile Selassie the first and Empress Menen. One perfect love. If you're watching live, Lion Pride, check in. Let us know where you're watching from so we can feel the love wherever you are on the planet. We are learning. This is our first guest from St. Kitts and Nevis. So me have to get the topography. Me have to get the wildlife report. We have to get the whole thing because I've never been there, and I like to learn so that when we're hearing the information, we have context of where he's talking about, where this brethren coming from. So the monkeys in Nevis, they don't have any natural predators.
As I say, people eat them. They call them tree mutton. Well, it's the only time I would encourage people to eat meat. Eat them up. But dogs are actually one of the natural predators. But
Okay.
once they get in the trees, then the dogs are hopeless. You know, and they move from tree to tree, and they have grown so much. The size of the monkeys now, you really need a powerful dog to challenge a monkey.
Okay.
They're not aggressive towards I and I think, and food is around. If they are cornered, you meet one in your house or on your farm, of course, defending itself, any animal, but most of the times they run away from you after they would have damaged. You could have a quarter acre of melon, and what most people do if you don't have protective stuff, they stay on their farm and they guard their crops. You can have a quarter acre of melon, and you can leave for about 2 hours, and when you come back, that 10,000 that you've been estimating could just be gone, because they would not eat one melon, they would bite all 100 melons. It's something that baffles me as well. Yeah, they would not eat one mango, they would bite 100. Yeah, they move, and they move in packs.
Yeah.
But we also have donkeys. Again, donkeys are running wild. So
Okay.
one has to implement a lot of fencing,
Okay.
especially in Nevis. It's not so bad in St. Kitts, but in Nevis, we almost all farmers, we have to fence our property to
And
keep out.
they live in Nevis.
I live in Nevis, yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
live in
serious.
Nevis. Right.
Do you have any snakes or anything like that in Nevis or St. Kitts?
We have what we call a corn snake, which is not venomous, so it's not harmful. We have a few rare sightings now and then. Might have had one maybe 20 years ago, and then 10 years, you hear a little one now and then. But over the past 5 to 10 years, we've been seeing quite a bit. I've seen about two in my time. But what would have happened? Nevis was one of those islands that grew sugar, and so of course snakes were always a big issue in the cane fields. But Nevis would have introduced the mongoose
Okay.
instead of the snake. So that snake population, is not really here in St. Kitts Nevis, but we do still have the mongoose.
Okay, the mongoose. Yeah, you can't get rid of the mongoose.
Yeah, basic wildlife, sheep, goats, we cats and dogs. No lions or anything
Yeah,
like that.
no.
Apart from the
Green
Rastafari.
lizards. You have lizards and thing too.
Yeah, lizards, both in trees and on the ground.
Yeah.
Nothing that goes to the size of the iguana.
Yes.
Well, maybe in the mountains that I haven't seen, but
Do you have iguanas? Do you have iguanas in St. Kitts and Nevis?
we had, and I've heard people say you can see some occasionally, but I've never seen any.
Yes.
But we would have had. We have the normal gecko, as we call them.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going up to head to tail, maybe 12 inches long.
Okay.
Normally, they don't get much bigger. We, again, as I say, heavily into the tourism, and so we would have a lot of the old sugar plantations
Yes.
would have been renovated now into guest houses and hotels
Okay.
and so on. Shamefully still carrying the name, the plantation, this plantation and that plantation. One of the things we hope to change, very shortly, especially with the whole reparations talk.
Yes.
But that has been, the colonial history of the island. Always the ruins of some old sugar plantation.
Iron Vice. Yeah. I shall lift up I eyes unto the hills from whence cometh I help. I help coming from the true and living eyes, Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, who created Zion and earth. He shall not suffer I foot to be moved. I hold, he that keepeth Ethiopia shall neither slumber nor sleep. Well, youths in the streets right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The youths them rise against brutality, man a kill another man for your salary. Them train them at the shooting gallery, black and loot, you might lose all your family. Them defend white supremacy, so them see the African as them enemy. It's been like this for centuries, them sick mentally. That's why we have you out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. Them said them tired of the looting, I and I tired of them shooting. Ku Klux Klan they recruiting, then them dress up in a blue suit and they're brutalizing our youths them. No court, they just execute them till the people start learn the truth, and the black youth go strap on them Gideon boot and them out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The Most High denounce their philosophy, talk to United Nations properly. He said we will fight if necessary and be confident in the victory. They try to erase our history, they wanted to change our destiny, cause we are the children of the Almighty, destined to lead the whole world to harmony.